Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a really surprising partnership between two of the biggest forces in tech, artificial intelligence and Bitcoin mining. And yeah, I know, it sounds like a really weird pairing, but they're actually becoming crucial to each other's success.
So let's just jump right in. This team-up is definitely not an accident. There's a huge economic and, frankly, operational reason they're becoming partners. And it's all about solving a massive problem that could seriously slow down the whole AI revolution.
All right, so what is this big problem? Well, AI is changing pretty much everything, right? But all that incredible processing power, well, it comes at a cost, and that cost is a staggering amount of electricity.
But here's the real kicker. AI's need for power isn't some steady, predictable hum. Nope, it's a total roller coaster, with these massive peaks and deep valleys. You know, we're not all firing up our AI assistants at the exact same moment, which creates these wild swings in power usage that give our energy grids a massive headache.
You know, Chris Kroll from Canaan, one of the pioneers in this space, he puts this perfectly. He compares it to our daily routine. Think about it. AI usage spikes when we're all active, just like our toasters and TVs in the morning, and then it drops off, leaving power plants with all this extra energy just sitting there.
So now that we've got the problem laid out, let's bring in our unlikely hero, the Bitcoin miner. And you're probably thinking, what on earth does this have to do with AI's power problem? Well, as it turns out, everything.
At its heart, Bitcoin mining is basically a global competition to find the cheapest possible energy. Miners have this incredible incentive to go out and find power sources that nobody else wants, essentially turning what would have been wasted energy into a real valuable resource.
And this right here, this is Bitcoin mining's secret weapon. A mining operation can be turned on or off instantly. I mean, literally at the flip of a switch, with no harm done. This unique flexibility is the absolute key to this whole partnership.
Okay, so let's put the pieces together. Let's see how these two, seemingly totally different industries actually join forces to fix their biggest headaches, and, in the process, build a stronger, more efficient power grid for all of us.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. You've got AI data centers on one side, they need 100% power all the time. You can't just interrupt them. Then you have Bitcoin mining, which couldn't care less. It can be paused and restarted whenever. They are quite literally the perfect match for each other's energy needs.
So this creates this incredible balancing act. Let's walk through it. First, when AI demand goes through the roof, the miners instantly power down, freeing up all that electricity for the grid. Then, when AI usage drops off, the miners fire right back up, soaking up all that excess power. The result? You get a stable, profitable power source 24/7. And here's the real kicker. That stability actually makes green energy projects, like solar and wind, way more financially viable.
Okay, to make this a little more concrete, let's look at a company that's been in the middle of this from the very beginning. I'm talking about Canaan. Their story really shows just how tough and adaptable this whole industry is.
I mean, this timeline is just wow. Back in 2013, their founder literally invented the technology that kicks this all off. Then they go public, the first mining company on the NASDAQ. But this part is what gets me. In 2020, when China banned mining, they moved their entire customer base out of the country in a single quarter. That's insane. And now, they're even setting up shop and manufacturing in the US.
So yeah, this is a company that's really built to withstand anything. They've got a global footprint with headquarters in Singapore and manufacturing in Asia and the US. They partner with giants like Samsung and TSMC for their chips, and they control the whole process themselves, from designing the tech all the way to running their own mines.
But here's where it gets really interesting for us. The story doesn't stop in these giant industrial warehouses. The same tech that's powering these huge data centers, it's now coming right into our homes.
Take a look at this. Just a few years ago, back in 2017, this thing, the Antminer S9, was the workhorse of the industry. It was pumping out about 13 trillion calculations a second, or 13 terahashes. It was a beast, loud, hot, and definitely something you'd stick in a warehouse, not your living room.
Okay, now look at this. This is the Canaan Nano 3s, a home miner for today. It packs almost 7 terahashes of power. That's about half the power of that old industrial giant into this sleek little box that can sit right on your desk. I mean, the jump in technology here is just absolutely mind-blowing.
And this whole evolution, it's not an accident. It really comes down to a core philosophy. The founder of Canaan, he was incredibly passionate about the idea of decentralization. This belief that everyone, everywhere, should have a chance to participate in securing the Bitcoin network.
So these new devices are really designed for, normal life. You just plug it into a regular wall outlet.
But the really clever part is its dual purpose. It takes all the heat it generates from mining and actually uses it to help warm your home. And the Bitcoin it mines, that helps to offset the electricity cost. It's a totally new way of thinking about home heating.
So here's the big takeaway. Bitcoin mining isn't just about creating a currency anymore. It's becoming this essential behind-the-scenes tool for balancing our entire global energy grid. It's enabling both the AI revolution and our shift to greener energy. And this all leads us to a really fascinating final thought. Are we actually watching the birth of a whole new kind of symbiotic power grid? One where the future of AI is intrinsically tied to the global Bitcoin network?